So here's the welcome to the WCAG component auditor. It catches accessibility violations that other tools flat out miss, and it does that by running your component through every visual state your users actually hit, not just the one snapshot everything else looks at. It's genuinely thorough, and it takes what could be 40 or 50 hours of manual testing and does the heavy lifting for you automatically. 3 steps, and I'll walk you through each one. This is step 1, and it's all about picking an element. You tell WCAGcheckr to pick an element, then you point it at any single component on the page, a form, a menu, whatever you want, and it scopes its whole analysis just to that piece instead of the entire page. That's handy when you want to zero in on one thing, but if you'd rather check the whole page at once, you just switch the mode over to full page. This step is called Watch the Matrix Run, and here's what it means. When you kick off the audit, WCAGcheckr drives your element through every combination that matters. Hover, focus, focus. Visible, disabled, dark mode, force colors, right to left, and a whole range of screen sizes, and it checks each one so nothing slips through the cracks. While it's working, a banner saying it's debugging this browser shows up. That's just how we push your element into all those states, and it goes away the moment the audit's done. This step is all about finding a violation and reliving it. When you pick any violation, WCAGcheckr highlights it right there on the page, and choosing load state redrives the page back to the exact moment the problem was caught. So you're looking at precisely what the auditor saw, no guesswork. And here's the part I love. The Delta view shows you only the new debt you introduced against your accepted baseline, so you file a GitHub issue for your own mess, not the junk you inherited. That team plan badge is telling you you're on the dev tier, the top of the line. This is the one you'd have if you're handling accessibility for a whole company with forensic anchoring, the AI features, and seats for your whole team. And there's also a manage license link, so if you ever need to check on your seats or sort out billing, that's where you go. You've got a mode switch with 3 choices: owner, power user, and dev. This is how you dial the whole extension up or down to match what you actually do. Owner keeps it simple, power user gives you more, and dev here is the full toolkit for folks running accessibility across a whole company. You're in dev right now, so everything I show you is unlocked. So this is dashboard, your home base. It's the main screen where everything in WCAGcheckr comes together. Whenever you wander off into a scan, a report, or one of the tools, dashboard is what you come back to. Think of it as the front door. It's where you pick your audit mode, kick off a scan, and get to every other feature from one spot. This one's the audit scope picker, and right now it's set to single element. That means instead of scanning the whole page, I'm telling WCAGcheckr to zero in on just one thing, one component, one widget, whatever I point it at. It's a lifesaver when you're deep in a fix and you don't want 1,000 results from the rest of the page drowning out the part you actually care about. Now, the audit depth control. It's set to the default, and for power and dev, that default is the full 72 state sweep. That means WCAGcheckr drives whatever you're checking through 72 different visual states. Every combination of hover focus, dark mode, right to left, different screen sizes, and more, and runs its checks against every single one. It's exhaustive on purpose, and that depth is exactly why it surfaces the problems that shallow, one-snapshot tools never even see. Now let's talk about Throttle, which right now is set to auth. When you turn it on, it slows the scan down even more on purpose, so you can watch each check happen one at a time and follow exactly what it's doing. It's a little thing, but when you're chasing down a tricky issue, seeing the scan work step by step can save you a ton of guessing. Now, pick element is your pointer. Tap it, then choose any single thing on the page you want to inspect. Instead of scanning the whole page, you're saying, just check this one component right here. It's perfect when you're debugging one stubborn spot and don't want the noise of everything else. Here's the setting labeled Record this run to the forensic log. When it's switched on, every scan you run gets stamped and saved into a permanent, tamper-evident record, the kind of thing you'll be glad you have if anyone ever questions what you tested and when. Leave it on and you're quietly building the paper trail that proves you did the work. Now let's talk about the visualizers. You've got 4 of them: outline, tab order, reading order, and targets. Each one draws something right on top of the page you're checking. Outline traces the boundaries of your elements. Tab order shows the path a keyboard user takes. Reading order shows what a screen reader announces and in what sequence. And targets flags tap zones that might be too small to hit. They're here because a lot of accessibility problems you'll never catch just reading code. You've got to actually see how the page behaves, and these let you do exactly that. Now, preview fixes. This is my favorite little trick in the whole toolkit. Turn it on, and the extension lays my suggested corrections right over the live page so you can actually see what the fix would look like before you touch a single line of code. It's a no-risk way to try things out. Nothing gets changed on your real site, you're just previewing what could be. You've got a tools grid. This is your pro toolkit, and it's where the real dev muscle lives. There's Delta for comparing against your last baseline and exporting the prompt, Guided for stepping through manual IGT workflows, Compliance for building a WCAG conformance report and signing and sealing it, and Components for seeing every track component's baseline at a glance. When you're handling accessibility for a whole company, these 4 are the ones you'll come back to again and again.